Hey y'all, come on in the room. Hi everyone. Hey Aaliyah, hey girl, let me add you in. Hey girl, let me send you a request. Oh. Hey, thank you for joining.
Can you see me?
I can. Hey girl.
Hey, I got my union shirt on.
Okay, you better rep your HBCU.
I got to.
Oh hey. We can wait for people to join. Can you hear my R&B?
Mm-hmm.
I need the vibes.
I feel you. I was prep talking myself. I'm like,
Yeah, I was like, I'm a little nervous too. I always feel like, hey, I always feel like I'm on TV whenever I go live. Yeah. I just be telling myself, like, act natural, like, just be natural.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Right.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Hey, y'all.
Okay. Ox connected.
Period. You know I'm repping the union, bestie. Gotta rep the school. Gotta rep it too.
Let's see. Okay, Malcolm, what's up? Union, y'all getting deep in the building.
No, for real. I put it in my student ambassador group chat, my SG chat. So hopefully they join. Please, girl.
Yeah, hopefully so. So I will just introduce myself as people join. And so, hey y'all, I'm Danielle. I'm the founder of Thrive Coaching Co. And so pretty much I teach HBCU students and young adults how to thrive through life changes and transitions. I do that through life coaching, through workshops. Yes, Union Pride. Through life coaching, through workshops, through seminars, and through training. And so I'm super excited to have Aaliyah Butler. That's your mom.
Yeah.
Super excited to have Aaliyah. She is a senior at Union. Okay. And so we can give it a few more minutes. So if you would like. Hey, brother. I do have an icebreaker for us, just so.
Okay, good.
So we can just get the jitters out.
Mom,
and would you like to get started? Would you like to give it a few minutes, or would you like to get started and let people catch up?
It's up to you. I'm comfortable. I have time.
Okay. Yeah, we can wait. We'll give it a few more minutes.
Okay.
Hey, brother. I see you tapped in. Hi. What's your mom's name?
Miss Ingina.
Hey, Miss Nina. I hope I pronounced it right.
Ingina, yeah.
Okay.
Mom, reply back.
she sent a hand wave.
Oh, okay.
I can't. That's why I was like, what?
She probably don't know how to come.
I see somebody said Union Pride.
Yeah. That was so I was for the last administration, I was senator at large and he was one of my senators.
Okay. Betsy, are you still up here? She said tuned in, Ox connected. We can give it a few more. Okay. Yep, she still is. She said hey. Okay, Leah. Hey, Leah. see. Okay. Are you going back to school early?
Yeah.
You are.
I'm going back to school July 10th.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. The freshmen come in, so I'm gonna help out with the freshmen.
Oh, okay, when they come back?
They come back, I believe, July 16th through the 17th.
Okay.
And then everybody that's student orientation leaders come back July 10th.
Okay. Is that when the RAs come back too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Are you excited to be finishing up your last year?
I'm so nervous.
Really?
Yes, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm excited, but the excitement is definitely nervousness. Like, I don't know how to feel. I really don't. I'm nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I don't know, because it's like 4 years really flew by. Like, I can't. It's like I'm just so used to be like, oh, like I'm a sophomore. I'm a freshman. I'm a junior. Now I'm a senior.
Right.
When I graduate, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
And you literally you were there during COVID, so that took a little bit away from the college experience.
Definitely, most certainly.
Because what, did you start during COVID?
Yeah, so I graduated.
You did.
Yeah, I graduated 2020. So my senior year was during COVID, and then when we was applying for the fall, some of the girls couldn't move in that fall semester. So my first semester on campus was spring 2020.
Wow. Yeah, and and I started I worked there. I began in the fall of that year. Yeah, that was an interesting time.
Yes.
It was different.
It's definitely different from how campus is now. Definitely.
Hey, Kyrie. So y'all tapping in and then tuning out, like tap in and stay.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
I can't see nobody, so if they join, I can.
Oh, okay. You can. I'm thinking it's okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the icebreaker. And so those who are joining, they can just tune in, but I will ask some questions to the chat. So in this bag, it's a bunch of, it's just some random things, but they're relevant to this. And so I'll answer one and you can answer one as well. So I'm gonna pick first for you. Okay. And I want you to know I'm not cheating. Oh. Okay. So it says, what is a gospel song that reminds you of your HBCU?
Oh my goodness, this is a good one. I go to school of theology, so it's so many songs. I'm going to say Something Good by William Murphy, because something good is always happening in that union. Like, union has its down days, but union also has its proud days. And when they are proud, they are proud. And they are good. So I think Something Good.
Okay, Something Good. I just knew you were about to say a Hezekiah Walker song.
No, I don't know. Like, I love that song, but
Okay, so let me see. Let me pick one for myself so you know I'm not cheating.
That was a good question.
Oh gosh. Oh, mine says, what's the best piece of advice you've been given? The best piece of advice I've been given, I would have to say, is be you. That's so simple, but the best advice. Because in so many aspects or areas of my life, I felt like I needed to conform or to code switch or to just be inauthentic to myself. And so I just always remember, like, be me, and the right people will accept me. And if they don't, then they're not my people.
Yes.
Okay, hey, y'all, keep coming in. Okay, so we'll do one more. That was fun.
Okay.
Let's see what you're going to get. Let's see. Okay. What is one thing you wish someone told you about college?
One thing I wish somebody, I was just answering this question on the question list. One thing I wish somebody told me about college is keep your head above water. Because College is definitely hard. It's not easy. You got to stay afloat with college. Like, when it's overwhelming and you feel like you're down and out, like you feel like you just can't do nothing no more and you're just tired of it. So I definitely feel like keep your head above water because it's definitely going to be better days at college. It's not always bad.
That's good. I heard it, keep your head above water. So one more, I'm gonna do, wait, did I? Okay, so this is my second one. Something I learned how to do at my HBCU. Oh man, what did I learn how to do? I feel like I learned how to dress. Like I tapped into my own style. I tapped into my own style at my HBCU. Because when I first came to Shaw, I feel like I don't know what I had on, but eventually it was like I started developing my own style. So I think that was one thing that I did learn how to do at my HBCU.
Yes.
Okay. So look, okay, so we can jump into the discussion. Okay, and so if you see me looking down, just know I'm listening. It's just my memory is not good, so I got some notes so I don't forget. Okay, and so Aaliyah, can you let everyone know just a brief little short bio about yourself? Let people know who you are and just maybe a fun fact or your classification.
Okay. Hey, y'all. My name is Aaliyah Butler. I'm a rising senior at Virginia Union University. I am a major in criminal justice with a minor in political science. My career aspirations are to be a prosecutor, a U.S. state attorney, and a U.S. senator. And that's just a little bit about me.
Big goals.
Big goals.
Big goals. Big
I
goals.
really work my way up in the judicial and the law system. And
so we need that. We need more Black women. So that's good.
Yes.
And so when you were in high school, when did college become a thought for you? Or was it even a thought? Like, who planted the seed about college?
Well, I always knew I wanted to go to college, and I knew that I wanted to be a prosecutor I knew I wanted to be a lawyer since I was in kindergarten. I knew that in order for me to be a prosecutor, I knew I had to go to school, and I was okay, and I've been accepted the fact that I had to go to school for an extra 7 years. So it's always been in my plan, and I'm just fulfilling those plans.
That's good. Since you were in kindergarten, like, that's big.
Yes, I was getting, this is embarrassing, but I was getting a little fussed out at my teacher, and she was asking me, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I don't know. And then she was just, like, telling me, like, a whole bunch of different occupations, and I just said lawyer, and I've been stuck with lawyer since kindergarten.
Wow. And so you enjoy law and all of that.
Yes, it interests me. I tried everything, like, from when you go to like different subjects in high school, even like your different alternatives in college, I try everything. Nothing sticks out more than law to me.
Wow, that's good. And so let everyone know what your HBCU is. I'm sure they already know, the majority in the chat, but where do you go?
I go to the illustrious Virginia Union University, founded in 1865. We love Mary Lumpkin.
All right, Mary Lumpkin. And so what made you choose Union out of all the HBCUs, out of all the colleges?
So in 12th grade, I went to HBCU college fair, and I got accepted to Union on site at the college fair. I had different offers. It was definitely doubled down to like financial aid and like how far I was going to be from school. I was just an eager high schooler who didn't have a graduation, a farewell. I just know I wanted to go to college. So Union, here I come. That's really just how I just knew, like, fall semester, I want to go to school, and I want that school vibe back.
Okay, and I know you said you were accepted on site. So was a HBCU your first choice?
Yes, me.
It was.
I had, of course, like you look at PWIs because a lot of people put it in your mind that PWIs give you the most money for financial aid.
Right.
But I knew that I wanted to be creative. I wanted to flow. I wanted to be myself, and I knew that I would be the best me at HBCU.
That's good. So you made the right choice.
Yes, ma'am. I made the right choice.
That is good. And so I have like a midway, well, we're not even midway, but just another fun little activity. And so finish this statement. I don't mean to brag. I don't mean to boast, but my HBCU blank.
But my HBCU is the best. But my HBCU is the best. It's the best HBCU in Virginia.
So why is it the best? What makes Virginia Union the best?
What makes Virginia Union the best is the history. Like, Norfolk University would not be Norfolk without Virginia Union University. It's the history behind Union. Like, it's one of the oldest HBCUs. So it's like, that's what I love. And for it to be so small, it holds so much power and so much history. And that's what I love about Union.
Come on.
You
love your HBCU.
But it's powerful. Union stretch out to Morehouse, and I literally love it. I love the history.
That's good. Come on, history. And so, Aaliyah, you are a first-generation college student.
Yes.
Right. And so, for those who may not know, so a first-generation college student is someone who they're going to college. Their parents did not complete a 4-year university, and so I'm a first-gen as well. And so with that being said, what do you feel like were some of the challenges of being a first-generation student?
I think some of the challenges as being a first-gen is that you can have a lot riding on your back. So my grandmother graduated in 1985 from Morgan State, and I will be the next person graduating in May 2024 after my grandmother. So I think that when you're a first gen, you definitely have a lot riding on your back, and it's kind of like pressure because it's like, I want to make my family proud. I want to make my mom proud. I'm sorry about the cry, saying it's because it's rough.
No, it's fine. Go ahead, cry.
Being a first gen, it's definitely like, I just know I have people back home that I want to make proud, and that's just what I plan to do.
That's good. And so I know you said like a lot of things riding on your back. What are those things? Are you able to name like some of those things or name something?
Like attaining my degree, like, and actually finishing college, because like my mom didn't finish, but like she was almost there, and I just want to make sure that I just cross that finish line for her. So attaining my degree, my mother don't know this, but I'm gonna walk across the stage with my mother because she helped me out. Like, my family really helped me out this whole way, have not left my side. I just feel like I just hope that, like, I'm not disappointing them, and I just really do what I have to do for them, because this is really for them. It's for me, but it's for them too.
That's good. And so I'm pretty sure you are making them proud. You are accomplishing a lot, but just even going through your journey, right? Because it was hard. You started during COVID.
Yeah.
You didn't get those ceremonies when you graduated from high school. You transitioned into COVID. You started school with online classes. Like, you didn't go to college mentally. You know what I'm saying? So the entire process was different than I'm sure how you envisioned it in your mind. And so what is something that you wish someone told you about college before you went?
A lot of people say that, I would say I wanted somebody to tell me to get involved. Like, when you first touch down on your campus, the first thing that you need to do is get involved and make connections. And even though I am involved as of right now and I do have connections, I feel like I should have been more earlier in my college career path. I think that's something that I could have changed. If that's something I could change, I would change. I would have been more involved my freshman year getting on campus.
And so even with the limitations of COVID, you still think, that was something that you wish you could have got more involved?
Yes, because I know that, like, one of the, because SGA was still running, Royal Court and stuff was still running. VCall was running. At the time, the organization that I am now, Destiny's Daughter Incorporated, were trying to start back up my freshman year.
Got you. And so they pretty much were just operating from a virtual space.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And what are 2 challenges of being a first gen?
2 challenges of being a first gen. I think one of the challenges is that, what's the challenge of being a first gen? Like I said, it's a lot riding on your back. So it's like, you feel like you have, like, you don't have something to prove, but it's like it feels like you have something to prove. And I think another challenge is it's overwhelming because as a first gen, you know, you go through a college experience, but you don't have somebody that knows that college experience as well as you. Maybe like you have people around on campus that has that college experience, but back home they don't have that college experience, so you can only tell them what you're going through, but they don't really know what you're going through. Okay. So I think that's one of the top two challenges, like, of being a gen.
And so how did you navigate through, you know, those challenges when you were, you know, well, while you're still at union? So how did you navigate through those challenges?
I think about the endpoint. I think that, like, when I know that I'm going through these overwhelming challenges, I'm going through everything for a greater cause at the end of the day. I try to be more, I'm learning to be more open and talking to more people about the things that I'm going through. Me being a first gen, I'm in SSS trio, so I talk to Ms. Days, and Ms. Days, she listens to me. So I think that being able to talk to somebody is definitely helpful too.
That's good. So what advice would you give to a first-time freshman who will be a first gen? What would you say to that person?
What I would say to a freshman or first gen, definitely number one rule, be yourself. Be comfortable with who you are. It's okay that you're a first gen because you're breaking family traditions and you're breaking curses. So it's okay to be a first gen, and, you know, work hard. Don't overwork yourself, but work hard because it's something good coming at the end of your college experience. That's what I definitely would say.
That's good advice. And so I do have another question. It was actually rolling, but it slipped. Okay, so what is something that you wish you were told to bring to college with you, like an item when you moved in?
An air fryer. I should have had an air fryer for the year. I be cooking it up in my dorm room. I love to eat. So my air fryer, like, having an air fryer in your dorm is like, it's top tier, because when that cat food is not hitting, I'll go right to my room, make me some chicken nuggets and fries or sausage and rice. Having an air fryer is what you need. You'll be set.
That's clutch. Because when I was in college, it was more so just the hot pots. You know, air fryers weren't out.
I actually want a hot pot.
You want a hot pot?
Yes.
Because I was cooking noodles.
Yeah, I'm always eating noodles too. I'm always eating noodles. So I think if I could have brought an air fryer freshman year, I definitely would have brought an air fryer freshman year.
You have friends who have air fryers?
No, they use my air fryer. They use my air fryer.
That is too funny. Okay. And so I know you are a part of the SGA, which you mentioned. And so you ran for SGA president for the upcoming school year. And so although you did not win, I feel like it was still a win because you gained experience. And so how was your campaign for SGA? Wait, first, can you let everyone know who may be listening, what is SGA?
Okay, so SGA is abbreviated for Student Government Association. SGA speaks on the behalf of the student body for their concerns, their thoughts, and their issues, and any questions that they might have. SGA also hold events for their students. It can be broken down into your freshman class, your junior class, but altogether, SGA as a whole speaks for the whole student body, and we make sure that the student needs are met.
Okay. And so, again, you ran for president. And so what inspired you to run for president of the SGA?
What inspired me? Because I want to change. That's really why I ran for SGA president, because I knew that if I was to win SGA president, I knew before I even was running, when I was junior class and national at large, I had a lot of ideas in my mind, and it was like, you know, when you talk to your students and you hear like this complaint, or you hear like they want to see this, that's what you want to do. You want to show out and show out for your students. And that's why I ran for SGA president, because I wanted to see a change. I wanted to make sure that students were happy to come back to school. I wanted students to feel comfortable to be at school. I wanted them to know like SGA is actually here for me. They're actually listening, and they're actually popping out and holding events.
Mm. And so that's good. So you wanted to advocate for not only yourself, but your campus, to improve it for your students, your peers, all of that.
Yeah.
That's good. And so when I was in undergrad as a first gen, I had no idea about SGA. Like, I would hear about, you know, Royal Court and stuff like that, but I paid it no attention. And so how did you find out about SGA? Like, how did it grab your attention?
Well, I knew that, so in high school, like, they have kind of like SGA in high school, but I never did it. And I knew that, like, coming in, I was like, I'm gonna be in something. I don't know what I'm being, but I'm being something. And at first, I was leaning towards Royal Court. And then I was like, no, Royal Court not really for me. And then that's when I started to see sophomore year, you know, SGA started coming out a little bit more, because it was less virtual then. So they started coming out a little bit more, and I started seeing, you know, the different things that they were doing. I was like, okay. So my sophomore year, I was like, I'm gonna run for junior class senator, and I got appointed as junior class senator. And then being in the inside, I fell in love with SGA, like just learning the Constitution and the different positions and roles that everybody has to do. I like that it's similar to the actual real government. So that's what I really like about SGA.
And so this upcoming school year, you're going to be serving as chief of staff.
Yes.
Right. And so what will you be required to do in that role?
Basically, as chief of staff, instead of being the president right-hand man, I'm the president left-hand man. Okay. And, you know, I'm just making sure that everybody is doing what they have to do. The administration is working swell, moving swiftly. And that's just mostly it. And then I have, of course, my duties where I need to serve my 10 office hours. I need to make sure that I'm doing my tasks. So things of that nature.
Okay. And so if there is someone who is currently in college, how can they find out about SGA? No matter what, you know, HBCU they are at, where would you tell them to go or to connect with?
The first place I would tell them to go is to go to their student engagement building, because I feel like most campuses do have a student activity engagement building. So I would definitely tell them to go there. And now, since everything is so remote and everything is so on, like everything is on social media, I would definitely tell them to look at their different school pages, because SGA has iHeartUnion, and then you can go to just go to different pages to where you can find out. Also, SGA holds town halls, interest meetings, class meetings. So that's something where you can also find out about SGA. I don't know about everybody else SGA, but Union SGA have open office hours, so they can always just come into our office if they ever want to know something about SGA or any information, any events that's being held by SGA.
Okay. So if you are listening, or if you come across this video and you are thinking about joining the Student Government Association, just know to, as Aaliyah said, check with your student engagement department, check your school social media pages to find your Student Government Association. And so if you don't like certain things on campus, this is an organization that you would join so that you can make changes on the campus. And so how was your campaign? Like, how did you know what to do?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I like I said, I'm in law. I love law. So my favorite top 2 shows are How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal. So that's kind of what I was channeling. So but I kind of went with Madam Secretary. So I switched it around and did Madam President. That's where I got the idea from. My mother. Shout out to my mom, my friend Bree, and my friend Autumn. They was by me the whole time. Like, I was stressing. I was running with a chick. Like, I was running around with a chicken with no head. And they helped me regroup every time. Like, they did not let up on me. Like, if I had to get up at this certain time, Autumn was walking in my room like the hour before. Bree, I was at the time of me running for SGA president, I had an internship, and my internship was from 9:30 to 3:30. So I kind of like had to like, they were so lenient with me, and I was so thankful. So I had to kind of like switch my schedule up to make sure that I could be there to campaign at, to make sure I could campaign. So that's why it was kind of like extra stressful, because it's like, I gotta go do this, and like this is important, but this is important as well. But I'm thankful that the people at the office that I was working at, they understood that I'm still a student first. So they gave me that opportunity, and they were by my side too. Like, they were so excited for me. So that gave me extra confidence, that they were giving me confidence, and they was like, it's okay, I'm hoping you win and stuff like that. That was
So that's good. So shout out to your mom and shout out to your friends.
Yes,
they
was not letting it was not letting me put my head down. They was not letting me stay in my room. Like, I was like, bro, I'm stressed. I'm tired. Like, I was so tired. I kept moving because I knew that like that was something that I really wanted, and I loved my campaign. I worked really hard. My mom worked really hard because she made all my fans, all my chocolate, all my goodie bags. She was mailing them, like, she was
that's good.
all stressed. Like, I remember me, Bree, Autumn, we was walking to go get those donuts in heat. Like, it really.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I had an amazing time running my campaign. My campaign was stressful, but it had its perks. It was definitely fun.
That's commitment.
Yes,
you walked in your
definitely the commitment, the dedication.
Right.
Like, it was fun. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it was definitely fun. I'm definitely sad that this is my last year. That would be my last campaign. But it was definitely fun and a great experience.
Well, it'll be your last student campaign because, you got some campaigns coming up in life.
Make sure when y'all vote for me to be senator, I don't know, I might just be y'all next president.
All right. Okay. Put it out there. Big prayers.
This might be our next president.
And so what you mentioned, I think is so important, just having those friends who, pushed you forward. And so do you feel like it was a challenge making friends during COVID when you started school, or how was it building relationships?
So we was already, so we was when we were 12th graders, before we even graduated, we made group chats. So we didn't know everybody, but I knew some people walking onto campus. So that was the perk. That was the perk. We made group chats. So I was in like 7 different group chats getting to know 100 different people. Oh wow. Once I got to campus, we was in this big group. And then, I'm not as close to them as now, but like, as they watching me grow, I'm watching them grow. And I'm so proud of them because we stuck it out. And the same people that I came in with freshman year are growing into what they said they was going to do. And I love that for them.
That's good.
And then, like you said, connections, I got Bessie, and me and Bessie walked in together, and then Bree, Lay, Autumn, we walked in together, and then Bree that sophomore year, and I just been sticking with my same crew since I met them.
And I think that's dope because in college sometimes your friends do change, and it's just because you're growing, so it's cool that you still have those same solid friends.
Yeah.
I think that is important.
Yes. They my people. Like, we all get on each other's nerves. We all get on each other's nerves. We all got different mindsets, but they my dogs for real. They my dogs for real. Because I know I got a little side where I can be like, all right now. All right. So, they put up with me. I put up with them. Period.
Right. And I was going to say, we all have something. But yeah, shout out to the people. See, Betsy said we love you and forever supporting you.
I love you too. I can't see, but period.
That's crazy. I wish the comments were on the other side as well. But yeah, I love that. And so we're going to have just another brief icebreaker.
Okay.
But I already got this question written down. And so also in the chat, if you would like to comment something. So what is one thing that you want older generations to know about college students or young adults today?
Oh my gosh, Ms. Bill, this is a great question. This is a great question. because I feel this. What I want the older generation to know is that, you know, I don't mean rude, but you guys had your time, and it's now time for the next generation to prove themselves to the world that, you know, this is what we want to do. You know, I think that because they look at our past and, you know, how we came up, you know, we was wild and we had our time, but I think when people get serious, they get serious, and I think that older generations should respect that, because, you know, these are the next people that's going to be in your seat, and these are the people that look up to you, and these are like, we are the people that want to be you, like, so I think that, you know, they should, instead of, you know, making us feel down, treat us by our age, and, you know, treat us in like we're obtaining our degree. So, you know, I think we should have that kind of respect, because, you know, it's not hard, it's not easy getting that degree. Right. So I think that older people need to know, older generations can know that younger people do go through situations, and we are growing. We don't have the mindset that they do, of course, and we're growing to that mindset. So I think I just want them, you know, stop looking down, but build us up.
That's good. Older generations, if you tap in or come across this, that's major.
Yeah.
Can you say it one more time? Because that need to be said again.
The older generations to not look down at us because of our ages, but build us up for our career path.
That's good. That's so. Yeah, no, that's good. That's really good, and I do believe that that's real, because I do think sometimes the older generations, they do look down. Even still with me, I experience it. Where it's like being a young Black woman in leadership is just still kind of like not the respect. It's not fully there. And so, yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. And so I know you are a member of Trio SS. Can you let us know what Trio SSS is?
So Trio SSS is student service. Student service. I'm sorry.
No,
I forgot the S. But
it's a student support service?
Huh? Student support service. That's what it is. Student support service. So they actually help us with our career paths. They help us build us up financially. And they also, they're there for us. It's not just an organization. It's not just an organization to point out, oh, these are first gens, or this is a person that has a learning disability, or this is a person that comes from a low income family. They support us. They're there for us. They treat us as, you know, we're one. And they look at like Miss Days and Dr. Beecham, like they're like my parents, my college parents. Like they want to grow. They want to see you do things. They want to see you in your career path and being happy. They want to know what's going on with your life. And that's what I love about being a part of SS Trios, because they actually mean that. Like, I can really have a heart to heart with the people that's in this organization. And I love that. Like, they look out for their students. They treat their students well. We go on nice retreats. I love that. So I love being a part of SSS Trios.
And so that's what's interesting, is that I had no idea Trio SSS even existed until I worked at Union. And so when I was an undergrad, I did not know it was a thing. When I first heard about Trio, I was like, is this something new? Because when I was an undergrad, no one ever recruited me as a first gen, or, you know, kind of took me under their wing. So I didn't know about a lot of things. And so how did you find out about Trio?
I was sitting in Henderson, and I was just chilling with Bessie, and then I think it was two people, and they were talking about SSS Trios and how they help with their tuition, and we like, we need to be a part of that. So ever since then, I applied, and I've just been doing the work. And then this past academic school year, I was the student leader for Trios. I love Trios. It's not just about the money. I need a listening ear, and they are my listening ear. They help me. Like, it's really an open door. Like, they want you to come in there. They want you to come talk to them. They want to know what's going on with your school and how you're doing with your classes. They want to know how your professors treating you. So I think it's an amazing organization.
good. So they pretty much do check-ins too to see where you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they definitely check in. They definitely
That's
check in.
good.
They know exactly
Okay.
how your grades look without you telling them how your grades look.
So as far as the financial aspect, so you have to apply to become a part of Trio, and then is the financial aspect automatic, or do you have to apply for something separate, just in case there's someone listening that's a first gen?
So me personally, so I applied. It was a short paper application. They just
Okay.
make sure that your financial aid checks out. And then what else about us? So and they give a grant check, but it's not just handed to you.
Okay.
You have to write a paper, a half a page on why you actually need the money.
Okay.
Every time I wrote my paper, it has been truthful. I personally need the money because my grandma be coming out of pocket, and I just don't really like that.
Right.
I don't get that much financial aid to where it's covering enough.
Okay.
Like, it's not even. I think it probably covered tuition or my undergrad comprehensive fee. That's probably not as much as my tuition covered. But my grandmother do come out of her pocket a lot, so that's what I don't like. So that was the upside of being a part of SSS Trios, is that because they help me out with my tuition.
Okay. And so, wow, so I had no idea that Trio helped. So that's something good. And so that's something I'll end up posting on this page about Trio SSS for those who, for first gen. So that's good. So once you sign, what is your commitment to Trio? What do you have to do to remain a part of it? Is there a GPA that you have to maintain, or?
I don't believe it. I think it might be a 2.7 or 2.9.
Okay.
You do have to go to workshops. They do like just workshops, and that's when that's basically your commitment. They also hold tutoring sessions for us. It's online, so you can also do that too. So yeah, they definitely help out in different ways. I think it's called Schooly. It's Schooly tutoring. So they definitely.
Okay, I've heard of that. Okay. And so if you are listening and you are a first gen, or if you are a first time freshman, if you're currently a college student, so Trio SSS, Student Support Services, they work specifically with first gens, and they also provide financial assistance. So tap in. There is a Trio coordinator or director somewhere on your campus.
Yes. And if you go to the union, make sure you look for Miss Sylvia, Dr. Beecham, or Miss Days, and tell them Aaliyah sent y'all.
Okay, period. Period. And so as a first gen, Aaliyah, did you have a hard time adjusting to living in the dorm?
Yes. So it was definitely a challenge. So one thing that I really wanted to do, and as a freshman, that I would definitely say this, make sure that your dorm fits you. Like, you can look at the four walls, but once you decorate it and make it fit you and it's just you, like, you're gonna want to keep coming back to your room and making it so comfortable. What I definitely had to get comfortable with was all females and a public bathroom.
Right.
That was the only two that I had to get adjusted to. But other than that, it's good. Now the public bathroom is still on my list, but now I can live with a group of females. Everybody has their days, everybody has their months.
Right.
So it's definitely cool now. I like once you get through it, because it was kind of easier for everybody that was there in 2020. Like in the fall or the spring, it was kind of easier because it wasn't that many people. So I had the chance to get to know like most of the people that I was living with. But now that the dorms are kind of full, it's kind of harder to get to know a lot of people that you're living with. So I think that's one of the upsides about that.
Okay. And so what advice would you give to an incoming freshman as it relates to community bathrooms? Like, what advice would you give someone who's going to be in that community bathroom in the fall?
Well, first I would say to yourself, like literally to yourself, I am a woman. I'm growing into a woman. So I need to remember that this is not my bathroom and I'm sharing. Right. So I need to clean up behind myself. That's for them to take into themselves. But what I would say to everybody is, just try to just stay clean. Just remember, like, you're not sharing the bathroom. Have your bathroom utensils, because you might not like how this person left the bathroom, or you might not like how it smells. So just go back to your room and just clean it up, because every day the janitors won't be there. So I don't really like saying janitors. The custodians won't be there. So it's good to have your cleaning supplies on deck, because sometimes it gets nasty in there, and it's not to your liking, but you have to live with females, and this is what you have to adapt to. So instead of, me personally, this is what I would do. Instead of complaining and yelling about it, of course you're going to get upset, because this is not something that you're used to, and we're all females. Like, that's the number one rule. Like, we all females. Like, we're all females. But every female is not going to move how I move, and they're not going to think how I think. So instead of me getting frustrated and out my body about it, let me just clean up, because I still got to use this bathroom at the end of the day.
Right.
That's really the best advice I could tell them. And I lived in a community style all 3 years. Yeah. So sometimes it's just a suck up situation. Suck it up.
Yeah. And I lived, the dorms when I went to Shaw, it was all community bathrooms as well. Mm-hmm. It was all I knew. So, like, with other friends who had their personal, or they shared it with one other person, I'm like, how is that? I was to make sure. I don't have that experience. Right, exactly. Exactly. I'll be here with everybody. And there would be times I would go to another floor because the bathroom was cleaner on another hallway.
Yeah. That's so, yeah. Like, if your floor bathroom is disgusting and you really can't take it, because they do be like that.
Yes.
They do be like that. They be like, all right, now this is pushing it.
Right.
So sometimes you just got to go to another floor, regroup. Hopefully the next day it'll be cleaned up.
Right.
But the way union work, 9 times out of 10, in that group, they going to call you out on what you doing. Like, this is unacceptable.
Y'all going to be having floor meetings.
Yes. Yes.
The meeting's gonna be popping.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they will be.
That is too funny. And so I was gonna ask you, so since you are from Baltimore and you are in Virginia now, have you ever gotten homesick on your journey?
Most certainly, because like you said, I'm from Baltimore, so I'm from a city. So coming to the country is definitely. That's definitely something I have to adapt to. It's like a ghost town here. Mm-hmm. It's definitely different. The people is definitely different. Mm-hmm. So definitely, I do get homesick, most certainly. Like, I have friends back home, so it's like. Okay.
And so, how did you cope with being homesick?
Sometimes I run back home. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I run back home for the weekend, but also times like. I just gotta suck it up, I do have breaks. Like, you have breaks in between. You got your winter break, your spring break, your Thanksgiving break. You have your little break. So, you can't. Money tight in college, so you can't really just keep running all the way home. Right. Thankfully for me, I'm only a bus drive away, so. I just be getting on the bus, but sometimes I really I just suck it up and just maybe take an hour mental health day to myself and just be like regroup and I'm okay.
And so what does that mental health hour look like for you? Is it just kind of spending some time alone in your room or going for a walk? Like, what do you do?
Both. Sometimes I love, like I said, to be comfortable, like, definitely make your dorm room I love to decorate my dorm room. That's the funnest thing I think about college, decorating your dorm room. When you make it comfortable and it makes you feel like you want to be in there, I think definitely taking a mental day health in my room is something that I do. Lock my door, just have my TV playing and just be cool. Or I definitely take a walk. Sometimes I just need the air and just take a walk and just think about what I'm doing for the greater good. Like, I'm here for the greater good. And just don't think about. I'm always on the phone with my mother too. So that's something else that put me through it. Like, the smallest inconvenience at school, I'm calling. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's an event at school. I'm like, let me call my mother. So I definitely get homesick a lot.
So that's good. So your mother's your support. But I love what you said about making the dorm room your personal space, making it feel like home. So that way it's comfortable for you, it feels safe, all of that. So I love that. And so yeah, that pretty much tapped on a lot of what we were going to discuss tonight about being a first gen. Is there anything else you want to share? Any advice? Your mom said, yes, you do. Yes, she does. So you call all the time?
Yes, I do. And she be calling me too, because when I don't call, that means I'm having fun at school. So she be having to call me too. So let's not do that now, Ma.
That's funny.
Calling me too. She
So
be like,
y'all
I
need
need
each other.
a couple days.
Look, I'm the same way. I'm calling my mom over everything. Sometimes then I be like, all right, Mom, I gotta go because
yeah.
Yeah, okay, Mom. And so wait, I did think of, so it is one thing. So I know a lot of college students, first generation college students, struggle with imposter syndrome. And so have you ever had a moment where you wonder if you truly belong in college or if you're there by accident?
My sophomore year, I was definitely like, do I really want to do this? Like, it was my sophomore year would probably rank the hardest year for me. And I do not know why. Like, it just was like, I just was just emotional too much. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I really did not think I was going to get through my sophomore year. My sophomore year was dread. I was just like, but I got through it because my professors was definitely more tighter on me. That right there made me tighten up my junior year. Like, I was like, I don't never want a year like that ever again. I don't want to be so sad to where I feel like I don't belong at my HBCU or I don't deserve my degree. So that right there made me tighten up for my junior year and my senior year. And I just want the advice I would tell people is to continue to be yourself. Like, do not change for nobody. You have to be yourself because this is what people remember you by. So I think that being yourself is very, very important. The advice I would also give is, not advice, but I would just like to congratulate and salute every single person that has went to college, who even didn't graduate college, because it's definitely hard. It's definitely a journey. It's definitely a challenge. But I love the fact that college put you through this. So when you get your degree, you know how to maneuver through different situations. And that's what I love about college. And me being 20 and learning that, I'm proud of myself because I feel like I didn't go through a lot. And I know that it's people that walk in different miles than me, but I can say I have been through some stuff where I had to regroup to myself, where I couldn't change myself, where I could have gotten upset, I could have got myself off path, but I chose to choose myself. And I chose to think about my future and what I want to do for myself. So I just want everybody to remember to be themselves. And everybody is not for you, and everybody is not meant to be on your path. Everybody is not meant to know your story. They meant to be on the outside of it. And that's what I had to learn. And I'm proud of myself because I tried to fit too many people in my story that just did not belong, and they just had to go. And that's the advice I would give to people in college.
And that's dope advice. And also, I just want to say, like, I know how you said other people may have walked in some heavier things or different things. And so, look, it doesn't matter, like, what your experience is your experience. And so it may have been heavy to you, even if it doesn't seem as heavy as other people's situations, because all of our experiences are different. So what you went through, what you overcame, is big. No matter how small it may look to someone else, like, it's a big deal to you. And so that matters. And so I remember you from when I first worked at Union. And you always
look, she about to start.
No, look, I'm so proud of your growth. And so I just want to say to you, that fire, that boldness, like, do not change that, because I believe that so many times as Black women who have those bold personalities and are outspoken, we are often taught to shrink. And so I feel like you being authentically Aaliyah is needed. And so as you are going to run for that senator, like, all of that matters. You're going to need your personality to shine through in the spaces that you are going to be called to enter in. You have to be bold. You have to be outspoken, so don't shrink. Don't try to put yourself in a box. And so you are doing amazing things. And something else I wanted to highlight. So congratulations on making the Dean's List.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so that's big. Okay. That's really a big deal.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, Aaliyah, just keep doing your thing. Like your mother said, do not change, stay true to you. Seriously.
Thank you. I can't see a comment, Mom, but thank you.
Yeah, your personality, all of it. I love it. And so, look, I had to do my job, right, with working in the residence hall. Okay, can you stop stomping? Can you stop stomping? But at the end of the day, look, I was like, outside of that stuff, I was just like, Aaliyah's going to do great things. And I can't wait till she realizes it. You know, it's just watching you navigate that, right? And I couldn't interfere with your journey. I could only help along the way. But, of course, you make your own choices. And so I'm just proud of you. I really am. And do you have any questions for me or anything like that?
About to go back to school. This about to be a doctor here, okay?
Yeah.
Come on, so tell me, like, well, I seen it on Instagram. I seen your story on Instagram, but can you tell the story to the people online?
About the doctoral? Ooh. Okay, so, yeah, I applied for a doctoral program in January. So I applied to a doctoral program in January. The application process was really intense. It required recommendations from psychologists. So it's a health psychology program, essay, all of that. And so I completed that. The process in itself had me stressed out. And I'm like, well, do I even want to do this? You know, because in my mind, I'm like, I will be the first doctor or the first person in my family to become a doctor. And so I just kind of wrestled with that, just thinking like, well, how old will I be when I get it? You know, just kind of looking too far ahead instead of just putting myself through the process and just letting it unfold. And so I found out I did not get accepted in June. I was discouraged because I really wanted to get into that program. However, they did accept me into the Master of Science in Psychology program. And so they encouraged me to reapply in 2 years once I complete the program. So for those who may not know, my master's degree is in theology. And so they wanted my master's degree to have more psychology. They wanted it to be more psychology focused. And so since I did not have a master's in psychology, they looked at my psychology grades from undergrad. And I'm like, really? Y'all really gonna look back in 2007? Like, for real, I don't even remember stuff from 2007. Like, this what y'all looking at? And so I didn't get in based on that. And for the master's program, actually, I came in on probation because of my undergraduate grades. But I was like, it's all good because I'm getting a bigger picture, right? So I know in order to become the doctor, that I'll get this other master's degree, I'll go through this process so that I will be doctor. But I was discouraged. And so I had to get my head in the game and say, okay, you're going to be a doctor. This is going to happen. Even if it's not happening the way that you think it should happen in this moment. And so, yeah. So I'm just like, let me go through this process.
I'm about to take my LSAT. Like, I'm looking to take my LSAT to get into law school. And, you know, LSAT is hard. So I'm like, you know, it's okay if I don't get it the first time. A lot of people don't pass that.
Right.
But I'm going to get that Juris Doctor's degree. So I'm going to be a lawyer.
Exactly.
One way or another. I'm going to be a lawyer.
Exactly. And that's something I learned, like, when I was talking to some of my mentors, and they said, well, I didn't get in when I first applied. I'm like, oh, why you didn't tell me that? I'm over here beating myself up. But knowing that sometimes you may not get immediately accepted into the doctoral program, it may be an alternate route. And so I know sometimes people say apply to multiple schools, keep your options open. But I was like, this is the option that I want because I was accepted into a PWI. However, if I chose to go to the PWI, my focus could not be on specific to the Black community. It had to be a multicultural focus. And I'm like, nah, respect, but I want to focus on Black people, the Black community. Hey. So, you know, I was like, no. So Virginia State program just aligned the most with what I desire to do. And so I was like, if I didn't get in, so I'm gonna apply again. And when I'm in these classrooms in the fall, they're gonna know me. Because I'm going to be at the front, like I'm going to be talking because, no, I really have to see my dream through because it's bigger than me and I can't get distracted by the little things. And so your mom said, what would your present self tell your younger self?
Is he asking that for me or for you?
I don't know, maybe both of us. Let me see.
Because that's a hard question.
What would your present self tell your younger self? My present self would tell my younger self that no dream is too big. Yeah, my present self. Yep. And also to see it through. I don't get distracted by the hard times. What about you, Aaliyah?
What I would tell, what my present self would tell my younger self, it's okay to be you. You are you for a reason. That's exactly what I would tell myself. And like I said, don't try to fit into a box because I'm not meant to fit into a box.
Exactly.
So I think that's exactly